English Grammar, Lesson 21. Topic: Double comparatives, as in the more the merrier. My husband often complains that we live in a cold climate, but I don't mind because here in New England we have sunshine almost every day, and the brighter the sun, the happier I feel. The opposite is also true. The less sun, the worse I feel. Is it the same for you? Does the amount of sunshine make you feel a certain way? In this lesson, I'd like to help you learn how to express cause and effect. That's the relationship where one thing makes a change in another. One thing produces a result in another, like the sunshine making me feel happy. To express cause and effect, we're going to use comparative forms. Words like brighter, happier. So if you're ready, let's begin. Because the sooner we start, the sooner we finish. I'd like to make sure you understand cause and effect. In the sentence, the brighter the sun, the happier I feel. Where's the cause? It's here in the first half. That means the effect or the result is here in the second half. What I'm saying is that when there's bright sun, I'm happy. And if the sun is even brighter, I'm even happier. You just heard me reword the sentence. That's because in English we can express cause and effect with more than one structure. The brighter the sun, the happier I feel can also be written like this. When the sun is brighter, I feel happier. Or, if the sun is brighter, I feel happier. Or, brighter sun makes me feel happier. Let's look more closely at the grammar. In this one sentence, we have a comma that separates two ideas, the cause and the effect. In each half of the sentence, we have a subject. It's what we're talking about. What's the subject in the first half? The sun. What's the subject in the second half? I. Now, let's talk about verbs. In the second half, we have I feel, subject-verb. If you look back to the first half, where's the verb? It's not written. But can you guess what it is? Do you understand? It's the verb is. This structure allows us to leave out the verb if it's a form of the verb be. It's understood. The brighter the sun, the happier I feel. It may help to see the structure presented like this. The two halves are separated by a comma. It's a sentence, so we must end with a period. Both halves begin with the plus a comparative form of a word. The comparative is followed by a subject and verb. But remember, if the subject and verb can be understood without us actually writing or saying them, we can leave them out. The verbs left out are forms of the verb be, as in the brighter the sun, the happier I feel. When the subject is left out, it's a word like it or there, a word that simply helps us state the existence or state of something, as in the brighter the better. The brighter it is, the better it is. I keep using the term comparative forms. Do you understand what I mean? In the sentence, the brighter the sun, the happier I feel, the two comparative words are brighter and happier. They describe things, so they're adjectives. Brighter describes sun, happier describes me. Are those the only kinds of words that have comparative forms? No. In the second sentence, the less sunshine, the worse I feel, the comparative forms are less and worse. Worse can be used like an adjective or adverb. Less is a word that answers the question how much. So comparative forms are used for adjectives, adverbs, and words that answer the question how much or how many. I think it would be a good idea right now to have a quick review of comparative forms. Do you agree? Let's go on. Comparative adjectives are often formed by adding the ending er, as in brighter. But there are a couple spelling rules we need to remember. If the adjective ends in y, we change the y to an I before adding er, as in happier. If the adjective ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, then we double the last consonant, as in hotter. Some adjectives have an irregular form. Bad becomes worse. And with longer words, we place more in front of the adjective, as in more difficult. The word more is also used to form many comparative adverbs, as in more quickly. Some adverbs share the same forms as adjectives. Fast, faster could be either adjectives or adverbs. And there are adverbs that have irregular forms. For example, well becomes better. Now let's talk about the words more and less. More is the comparative form of many and much. Less is the comparative form of little. These words that answer how much or how many can be placed before a noun, as in the more knowledge, the better. Or they can stand alone, as in the more, the better. Let's summarize what we've learned so far by looking at a very common saying, the more, the merrier. Have you heard it before? Do you understand? I'm going to have my friend Julie explain what it means. Julie, do you know the expression, the more the merrier?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell me what you think it means?
More the merrier. I would have to say the more the merrier would be like if I were saying, inviting you to a party. You said, oh, I'll come. And I said, oh, great, more the merrier. The more people, the better the party will be. Yeah.
The more guests, the more fun?
Yeah, the more gifts, the more fun. Yeah.
The more work?
Yes.
The more food?
Right.
The
yes.
more noise?
The more noise, yes. The more food, yes. But yeah, it's all worth it.
As Julie said, the more the merrier means the more there are, the merrier it is. In this sentence, the subjects and verbs were left out in both halves of the sentence because they're understood. We have two comparative forms. The more is our cause, the merrier is our effect. What we're saying is, when there are more people, it is merrier, it's more fun. Or if there are more people, it is merrier, it is more fun. Exercise 1. Explain the meaning of the double comparative by rewording the sentence. Let's start with an example. The bigger the party, the more food you must prepare. We need to rewrite this sentence using the word when. When you have a bigger party, that's our cause. Now what's the effect, the result? The more food you must prepare. Now try number 1. The noisier the parties got, the more the neighbors complained. Can you rewrite the sentence with because? The neighbors complained more because the parties got noisier. 2. The longer you stay up, the more tired you'll feel the next day. Can you rewrite the sentence using if? If you stay up longer, you'll feel more tired the next day. 3. The more fun you have, the more memories there will be. Let's rewrite the sentence using leads to. Here's a little hint. Having more fun leads to having more memories. Exercise 2. Complete the idea with your own words. See if your ideas are similar to Julie's. Julie, are you willing to play a game?
Sure.
Okay. You know the expression, the more the merrier.
Right.
Right. Okay. I'm going to give you the first half of a sentence.
Okay.
And then you say the second half with whatever idea you'd like.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
So if I say, for example, the more, you say the merrier.
Okay.
All right? All right. 1. The older you get, what did Julie say? Let's find out. The older you get.
The more experienced you are.
Okay. The more older you get, the more experienced you are. I like that one. 2. The more money you have, now what do you think Julie said? The more money you have.
The more problems.
That's a good one. The more money you have,
Yeah,
the
more
problems.
problems.
Okay. 3. The bigger the problem, what did Julie say? Let's listen. The bigger the problem.
Oh geez, the bigger the problem, the smaller solution.
The smaller the solution?
So, yeah.
What do you mean? The bigger the problem, the
bigger
smaller solution.
The bigger the problem. Sometimes when you have a problem, sometimes it's easy to fix it.
So big problems really aren't really big problems.
Right. You can it can easily be fixed with something small.
That's a good one. 4. The bigger the dream, now let's listen to what Julie said. The bigger the dream.
The bigger the dream, the harder you have to work.
That's a good one, right? The bigger the dream, the harder you have to work.
To get there.
Yeah. Do you find that to be true?
Yes, I definitely do.
Yes.
You have to shoot for your goals, and to get there, it's going to take a lot of work.
Agreed.
So.
Exercise 3. Consider each common saying and its meaning. Can you think of a situation in which you'd use each saying? 1. The sooner the better. 2. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. 3. The more things change, the more they stay the same. 4. The more you know, the less you understand. 5. The more you get, the more you want. 6. The more you stir, the worse it stinks. Additional practice for this lesson is available at EnglishCafe.com. My username is JenniferESL. Follow the direct link listed in the video description. Well, that's all for now, but remember, the more you practice, the easier it gets. Happy studies!